You know, some of Brooklyn's more recognizable neighbors are uniting to help out during the pandemic. Check it out.
Delivering to first responders in the hospital.
Brooklyn for life.
These famous New Yorkers have come together to feed frontline workers and to aid business owners in the borough. This movement is called Brooklyn for Life, and the man behind it all joins us now this morning. Want to welcome actor and producer Jeffrey Wright. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You know, it really is remarkable to see so many of New York's very own uniting for a common cause. So tell us about Brooklyn for Life and how it came about.
Well, I'll start a little bit toward the middle of this thing. I reached out at one point to a woman named Shirani Perry. I receive messages from her now every morning, little prayers, messages of hope. She works for Interfaith Hospital in Bed-Stuy. I reached out to her once we kicked off Brooklyn for Life, and I said, hey, got your number from the Brooklyn Borough President's office. Can we help you out? Do you need meals? She said, what? She said, we need 600 meals a day.
Wow. Yeah.
The reason being, the cafeteria there was run by an outside company that had to downsize after the outbreak and only provided meals to patients. So you had staff workers there, nurses, doctors who were caring for the most sick, but couldn't have access to food themselves. And of course, all the restaurants in the area were closed. So we provide Interfaith Hospital 600 meals per day. It started with 2 restaurants, a place called the Brooklyn Moon here, run by a very good friend of mine named Michael Thompson here in Fort Greene, and another restaurant, Graziella's, another friend, Vito Randazzo. We were delivering 200 meals per day on March 27th to Brooklyn Hospital, just here in Fort Greene. Since then, we've expanded. We've got a circle of over 40 restaurants now. We provide meals daily to 11 medical facilities and all of FDNY EMS stations.
We
surpassed 100,000 meals every day.
That is so fantastic. Isn't it amazing how people will come together and unite for such a good cause? In fact, you have a lot of famous faces involved in this. How easy was it to get people on board?
So easy. Everyone I reached out to understood what we were trying to do, and they wanted to spread that Brooklyn love. So that was the easy part. And in fact, we had some strong donations from some of those folks. Daniel Craig, my James Bond brother, was the first to step in. In fact, it was his idea that maybe we do a video. But beyond the money we've gotten from the Jay-Z's, the Spike Lee's, we've raised over $300,000 now on GoFundMe, $5, $10, ordinary folks, ordinary Brooklynites, but also folks from outside of Brooklyn. Had a wonderful note yesterday from a guy who said, hey, I grew up in Brooklyn. I don't live there anymore, but it's home and I want to help out. So it's been really cool to see that kind of democratic support for this initiative. As again, we're supporting over 40 restaurants, but we just got our first corporate sponsor. AT&T is stepping in, and I'm really hoping now the community has done its part. I'm really hoping that we can get 3-4 more corporate sponsors to step in and support this community in the way that AT&T has at $250,000.
That would be fantastic.
Will really allow us to
now, let me ask you though, isn't your goal to raise $1 million?
That is the goal on the GoFundMe page. We're at 300,000 there. We've raised about 200,000 outside the GoFundMe page, and of course we got 250 now from AT&T, 250,000. But that's the goal. But the unknown is how long it's going to be before these restaurants get back to commercial viability. We've got some ideas for that too. We understand this is a stopgap, but we need as much as we can take to do this for as long as we can take.
Well, I love it that you are using your celebrity, your friends, your network to help out a very important cause. But before we let you go, I got to ask you about the things that you are working on. Westworld, obviously, we've been watching that. And you got any other projects in the works as well?
Yeah, I got a couple other things in the works, but like most people, I'm on pause right now. Another film that's out on Netflix now just came out Friday called All Day and a Night. And then, of course, I was working on Batman in London up until March 12th, March 13th. when we had to pump the brakes and we all came home because we realized that the whole world was going on shutdown. So looking forward to getting back to that we were doing some amazing stuff. We were having a ball, and then, other things stepped in, and we had to protect ourselves, protect our families, like everyone else in facing this.
All having to do our parts because we are all in it together. Well, best of luck to you. It is fantastic what you're doing, and we can't wait to see you and Batman and all these other endeavors that you're working on. Hopefully we'll get back to normal sometime soon, but we appreciate your time today.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yes, we will.
I appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
Absolutely. And to donate or help out, all you have to do is go to brooklynforlife.org. It is a fantastic organization and a very good cause.